Have you ever left the doctor's office feeling dismissed? You went in because you felt anxious, your sleep is off, your weight is changing, your energy is not what it used to be. So they run some blood tests and they tell you everything looks normal. But instead of feeling relieved, you feel frustrated because deep down inside, you know this is not your normal. This is not how you should be feeling. So today, I'm not just going to explain why this happens. I'm going to give you some practical things that what to ask your doctor for, what to watch for, and what you can start doing right now. Welcome back to Renewed and Radiant. I'm functional nutritionist Elsa Martin, and I'm here to help you balance your hormones, shed the excess weight, and design a life you love. So let's shift one thing right now. Normal labs do not mean necessarily optimal health. It just means that you don't have a diagnosable disease. That's very different from feeling energized, you're sleeping well, and having stable moods and maintaining a healthy weight. So if you've been told you're fine, everything looks normal, well, the next step is not to give up. It's to get more curious and get more specific. So let's talk about what to look for in your own body. These are the patterns I see over and over again in women over 40. Number one, like we talked about last week, anxiety is creeping up. It feels physical, not just mental, like your heart starts racing. You get a tightness in your chest. You feel restless. And often it feels like it comes out of nowhere. If you can relate to that and you haven't watched last week's podcast on anxiety, you should definitely go back and listen to that one because that's often hormonal and it's nervous system driven. Number two, if your sleep has changed, you're waking up, say, between 2 and 4 a.m., super common. Or you have trouble falling asleep when you're tired. Or you have light and broken sleep. This is a big hormone and cortisol clue. Or number three, your cycles are changing. Even just slightly. They're shorter or longer. Or your bleeding has become heavier. Or you have more PMS than before. Even subtle shifts like this indicate that your hormones are changing and you're probably in perimenopause. Number four, you're more sensitive to food and blood sugar swings. Maybe you get shaky or irritable or even anxious if you don't eat. Maybe cravings hit harder. Energy crashes during the day. Blood sugar and hormones are deeply connected. And then there's number five, the weight gain, especially around the midsection, even though you haven't changed much. Or maybe you're even doing more and you're seeing less results, or it seems to be working against you instead of for you. This is often cortisol plus insulin plus hormone imbalances. Or number six, you feel more on edge than you used to. Maybe you're less patient, you're more overstimulated, things bother you more often. Small things feel bigger. Well, this is a nervous system plus a progesterone decline. So if you're hearing yourself in this, these are not random symptoms. These are patterns. So we're going to talk about how to advocate for yourself because this is where most women stop. Instead of asking, am I normal? Start asking better questions. Ask for more context, not just the yes or no answers that we so often get. So you could say things like, can you walk me through my results in more detail? Or where am I in the range? Am I low, mid, or high? Or maybe you want to ask, what would optimal look like for someone my age? And then you can also ask for specific markers if they're not already being tested. These ones are super helpful for seeing where your body's specifically at. Your fasting insulin levels, your fasting glucose, your HbA1c, your thyroid panel. You want TSH, free T3, and free T4. Those are very important because the TSH tells us how much thyroid stimulating hormone your body's making, but the free T3 and the free T4, those ones are telling us what your body is doing with it and if it's actually going to where it needs to go to do what you want it to do. And then you should check your ferritin levels and your vitamin D. These give a much better picture than just the basic panels alone that your doctor is going to give you. And then you want to ask about timing, especially for hormones. Does timing of this test matter based on my cycle? Would it be helpful to repeat this at a different time? Because one snapshot can miss a lot. Like I've said so many times, a blood test that your doctor is doing at one moment in time does not give you the full picture of what's going on. That's why I do the Dutch testing, because it gives you a full 24 hours of what is happening inside your body. See, I've been through this. many times with many doctors. You don't need to argue. You don't need to become frustrated. See, it's about advocating without pushing back. You don't need to necessarily argue. You can say things like, I understand that I'm in the normal range, but I'm not feeling well. What would be the best next step to explore this further? Just staying calm and staying clear and asking for more information that you need and that you have a right to, because this is your body. So even without more testing, there's so much more things you can do to support your body. Number one, stabilize your mornings. This sets your hormones up for the day. So within 60 minutes of waking up, eat protein. 20 to 30 grams of protein at minimum. Get natural light. Sky before screen. Look out at the light before you look at a screen. Avoid starting your day with the blue light, the stress, all the things going on there. Phone, email, all of that. This will help regulate your cortisol and your blood sugar. And then eat to support your hormones, not to restrict yourself. Focus on protein at every meal, healthy fats, and of course fiber, and avoiding skipping meals, eating processed sugar, living on coffee, or any type of extreme dieting. Because undereating actually equals more stress on your body and will work in reverse. You'll be fighting against your body. And then another one that I love is to walk daily, especially after meals. This is one of the most underrated tools because it lowers your cortisol, it improves your blood sugar, and it helps support your moods. Even just 10 minutes after a meal makes a difference. And then another one is to create a slow down window at night. Your body needs a signal that it's safe to rest. So by doing things like lowering your lights after your evening meal, no screens 30 to 60 minutes before bed, taking magnesium glycinate right before you go to sleep, are all going to help teach your body and your nervous system to calm down and come into a place of rest. And then another thing you need to do is to pay attention to your patterns. Start noticing, when does this anxiety hit? Is there a pattern here? What part of the day am I having energy crashes? And how has your sleep changed? Because see, your body is giving you data every single day. And I always say our bodies start by whispering until it has to get louder and louder and louder until we pay attention to it. If there's one thing I want you to take from this episode, it's this. You are allowed to trust your body. If something feels off, it probably is. And the answer is not just to ignore it. Even if your doctor says you're in the normal range, don't just ignore that. Pay attention to your body and what it's telling you. Don't just push through it. Or worse yet, don't just assume it's just aging. The answer is to get curious. Dig into it. Ask more questions. And to advocate for yourself. It's your body. You need to advocate and take care of yourself. You are responsible for your health ultimately. And to support your body in a smarter way. So if this episode gave you clarity, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who's been told everything is normal when she knows it is not, which is most of us ladies. And if you want help actually connecting all of this for your body, that's exactly what I do. Please message me on social media or leave a comment here and you can apply to work with me, because you don't have to live feeling off and just guessing your way through it. Thanks for listening today. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it gives you some confidence and that you feel more equipped as you go into your doctor, and that it will help you get the answers that you desire. Have an amazing day. Let's go design the life we love.